What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we're going to be doing a wolf, kind of a side view, well, three-quarter, not like perfect profile. We can see a little bit of the other eye over the other side of the head, okay? It's always fun to draw wolves. So we're going to start with the eye. I'm on landscape page. Use pencil and eraser for these. Do not start with a marker like me, okay? Unless you want pain and anguish. So pencil, sketch it out lightly. You can always ink on top afterwards. Clean your lines up and stuff like that, okay? So let's go. Center point of my page, about here, right? Head's kind of over to the left a little bit, sort of in this sort of space, right? So center point of my page about there. Just come over to the left a little bit. And we start with the big sort of curved line for the eyes, right? So we'll go diagonal. Up and around here, like so. And this will go back down around. So dark black sort of area, like this, and down to a point at the front. Okay. And here, maybe like an extra sort of line just there, right? So this is like mostly shaded in dark, right? But we can see the iris, right? So just here. It curves around like so. And then it'll go back up into here. Like that, okay? And then the pupil will be inside here. So he's looking sort of this direction, see? So it's not like a perfect circle, this shape. It's kind of like a letter U or something, just here, kind of, because his eye is turned this way and he's got like his eyelid down here, which is dark, we can't really see it. And then the pupil, just kind of here, and it's a little bit ovally. It's not like a perfect circle either, because it's turned on its side, you know. So you can color that dark. Right, and then we'll color all around dark. Right, so optional step now for anyone who wants to, you can add some hatching and a highlight, right? So you can just draw this kind of circle sort of there if you want. You can do this afterwards with when you're coloring. You could put like a blob of white paint on top after you color it. That's always a good trick. And then you can like add a shadow here. Now this can be done with color instead of pen if you are coloring, but that's kind of a good way to add a little bit of shadow underneath the eyelid. Right, so then we have some details coming around the eye, right? So like he's got like these kind of sort of eyebrow kind of sections, right? So maybe like an eyelid line coming around just here, and something else down this way, just coming around his eye, like so, right? And then he has this kind of furry sort of cheek, or like line underneath his eye for his cheek, and it's kind of a hairy line, this sort of furry section. Like that, and then sort of eyebrow as well, right? So kind of this, wolves tend to have this kind of section just here, right, around the eye. Right, like that, so it's kind of hairy. Right there, and then an eyebrow kind of. It's not really an eyebrow, but we'll call it an eyebrow. And there's like texture and hairlines and stuff on it because he is furry, so like that, right? So that's like the main structure for his eye. So then we have down to his nose, right, his snout. So coming from here, right, we'll just add like diagonal sort of broken line just down here. Right, and this will kind of go all the way down to his nose, which is here. And I would say it's So say like the width of this whole eye area, right, here's here, that'll kind of go down twice and meet the center of his nose, right? So if you're just looking for sort of distances of things, like here, we'll go once, twice, and like the center of his nose will be there. Okay, so like we've got like about in this area, so we'll just measure that again. Once, twice, right? So center of his nose, boom, there. So in the outside edge of that, so like here, if that's the center, the nose will come around like this way. Kind of stick up here on the side and down, okay? So then the outside of his nose curves around. And then bumps down here. So. And so this kind of comes into a point kind of here, down onto his lip. And then back around the other side here. Like that, right? So then we've nostrils inside here. So we've got like this line that kind of curves around the nostril here. And this is like black inside. The other nostril over this side, so it would be like in here somewhere. Like so, down the inside nose here. So this would be all like dark. Like so, and then maybe like the center line sort of going this way. Like so, and maybe just say the top of his nose, like we'll have some coming across here. Right, something like that. So then the rest of his snout will go back up from the top of the nose this way, okay? So kind of like, and it can be a bumpy line because there's all bones and stuff in here. And like center line for his nose. There, right? So that's like roughly his snout, okay? And this will we'll keep going. About there. Right, like so, right? So then the bottom of his snout and stuff comes down from the nose, right? So this is the nose here. And then this kind of curves around to there for his top lip, and then it'll go down this way. Around here. Like so, right? So that's the general shape for the snout. And he has a bottom lip, and this can be a sort of a hairy line like his chin. Comes around here. We're sort of underneath the eye here. like that, right? So dogs and canines and all things have these black sort of gums, right? So it kind of comes around here. You can just see a little bit of it here. Right, this is all dark inside. Right, and then maybe I can make this a little bit darker just under here. Right, like so, and then like some extra sort of lines coming around here. Just these hatching sort of lines, just giving some structure to his face. Like so, and then he has these dots for whiskers coming around here. Just do 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 do. Right, just adding sort of texture lines and stuff now, just to draw up his face. Right, so then this sort of big part of his face, right, comes around, like his big furry part, right up to the top of the head, close to the ear, sort of up here somewhere, right? So this will come the whole way around to there, right? Comes out from like the corner of his mouth, sort of close to that, right? And this is like a big furry section that'll go all the way around, right? And up towards the ear. So like, say here. And his ear sticks out here, right? And then we have a line that comes down from his eye to the corner. So we'll just add this furry. Like that, right? And then the corner line for his eye. So it's like dark gray up here and then lighter gray fur color down here. And then maybe like a line for his face and matching line for his forehead or something like that. Okay. Right, so that's that line. The top of his head. So then, so his furry neck kind of sticks out down here. Might as well do it while we're down here. So down there. Okay, so what we can see of this side of his head here. So we can see like a little bit of his eye. His eye is like in this space, but we'll draw like his cheek, I guess, first. So his cheek like comes up around here, right? Side of his head. It goes up this way. Into there, okay? And then the center line for his head will keep going, like back around here somewhere. Okay, and then we got to draw a little bit of his eye in here, the eye that we can see. So we've got like an eyelid that sort of curves out this way, like maybe some eyelashes or something. and then his golden eye iris on that side. You can't really see much else, maybe like just a shadow of a pupil or something in there. But not much. And then like his dark black sort of eyelid curving around. And then again, hairy sort of cheek here. And this sort of eyelid area. Curving around there. Add some hatching. But you can't see much really. And then again, this sort of furry sort of eyebrow sort of thing here. Kind of like that. And then maybe the headline again going that way. More texture and stuff here. Right, so then the ear on the other side. So then okay, so ear over here. So what we can see of his ear. So we've got big sort of furry hair sticking up from here, and then the ear goes sort of this way, right? Comes down there, points up and around, down the back of his head, down like so. Right, so that's our general shape, and then so back here we'll get quite furry, right? Coming down towards the back of his face, and coming up here as well, going up into the middle. That's all furry, right? And then we have sort of edge lines coming around, showing just sort of the edge of his ear here. And then there's a dark black shadow kind of in here. So it's got some fur lines just in there. And then it's like real dark in here. So this is all furry here. This is all black. Just showing the inner ear. Right, like that. And then sort of the back of his ear. Furry sort of section coming down this way. And this disappears like into the fur that goes down behind his head, right? So then the neck kind of comes out here. So again, big furry back. Hairy sort of line. Sketchy kind of texture line. And then again, some more sort of fur lines and stuff coming down this way. Just kind of light hatching lines are enough to sort of show that. Right, so then the other ear, right? So the top of the head kind of goes up a little bit higher. So it like goes like very here behind this ear. There, right? We have another sort of ear section just here. And then the other ear out there, roughly. And then this will go up and around here and back down the other side. Kind of get a bit hairy down here. Then the inside of the ear, again, furry, like so, and then another hairy section going up the middle, and like this should be dark, sort of some hatching. Right, and then tidying things up. Now, darkening up some areas. But I think that'll have to do, guys. Oh, whiskers. Haha, nearly forgot the whiskers. Just adding these sharp lines coming down from his face. Maybe some over this side as well. Right, but I think that'll have to do. That's how to draw a wolf 3/4 view of the head. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.